welcome to Verbatim's 20 Minutes a Day. Today, I'm bringing you our final bonus episode before Season 2 launches this fall. I'll be wrapping up my conversation with Sean as we dive even deeper into our shared love for travel, culture, and connecting with people from all over the world. From hilarious travel memories to surprising snack recommendations, we're talking about the little things that make exploring new places oh so fun and memorable. We'll also get a bit more reflective as Sean shares what it's been like to build long-term relationships with his clients as an English coach. It's a rich and thoughtful episode to end on, and I can't wait for you to hear it. So let's jump in.
If I could see this your scratch map, I don't know if you're familiar, but you get one of those maps of the world and scratch off all the places, or like there's different incarnations.
Yes.
But I'm very curious. Your scratch map would have lots of places etched off, eh?
Well, yours too. You're talking about all these trips and the places that you've been to. My goodness.
Later in the last couple of years, I think part of it is I've been very fortunate that my partner Miko, these are birthday presents and Christmas presents, and
Nice.
being spoiled like that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's nice to be the travel princess. You know that my husband's the travel princess. I do all the planning, and he tags along for the ride.
You know what? I will say this: when we get there, I'm the person who does all of the actual driving coordination.
Okay.
Not that he wouldn't do the driving, but I'm a bit of a control freak in that respect, and I like to do that. Like, I'd rather be the person kind of in control.
Okay.
Control, right? I mean, with the the itinerary for the day and having goals to reach. But when I get to a place, I have this attitude where I'm like, I might never be here again. So I want to see as much and do as much. I get up for the sunrise. I try to get somewhere pretty for the sunset, and then I'll sleep when I get home. That's my sort of attitude when traveling. But
honestly, yes, 100%, because you want to take advantage of every moment that you're traveling, every moment that you're there, new experiences, even the little things, the little tiny things, like in Japan, the 7-Elevens are so fun to explore. It sounds kind of silly, but there's so much local snacks and foods, and so just like, getting to the hotel really late and you're like, I'm starving, what do we do? Hey, let's go to a 7-Eleven. Those little tiny things honestly make the best experiences.
Yeah, you know what? I do this whenever I go anywhere that I'm in, is I try to go to the McDonald's, and not to eat the food, but in Banff, Alberta, the McDonald's there is something incredible. It's got like a fireplace, and
That's so
they usually
funny.
support some good real estate in a lot of these places. So in Auckland, New Zealand, I always just hop in and just take a look at the land, because it's usually in one of those hallmark areas. But on that note, in New York, Times Square was one of my favorite places for that, and for the food. And now this is different. In the last year, this has changed for us in Ontario. But I would go into the 7-Eleven and you could buy alcohol, and they had different variety.
Okay, interesting. Yes.
Now
you can't. Yeah, in Quebec you can't eat either. Like, you can buy beer.
Yeah.
And some wines, depending on the percentage, but hard liquor you still can't buy at a
you've got to
gas
go to
station or anything. Yeah.
Is it SQA in Quebec?
SAQ.
SAQ. So we are the LCBO in Ontario.
Yes, yeah, I visited because they've got good. They have flavored soju in the ones in Toronto.
You guys don't have flavored soju?
No, we have like the normal soju flavors. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, soju is a Korean alcohol.
Because they upped their game for the flavors. There's now like 10 flavors. So they used to just be like the peach, and there was like the the regular soju.
Green apple.
The apple, but now
Yeah.
they got, like, a strawberry one, and there's like, oh, there's like, I think even a coffee one. The
Really, a
strawberry one's my
coffee?
favorite. Yeah, like a
My
weird.
goodness.
There was,
Wow.
and in Toronto they have at the LCBO downtown, like they have even more close to K Town. There's really great selection, but
Wow.
yeah, the soju. So I'm curious, have you ever had somak?
No, what's that?
Ooh, my Korean students showed me when I was teaching in a school in Toronto.
Okay.
You mix whatever regular beer, and you
Okay.
and like a little like a little kid's juice cup kind of, and you pour a little bit of soju and fill the rest with beer, and it mixes with the beer and it tastes. I'm not a huge beer person, and I wasn't a huge soju person, but those two mixed together, they
Together.
call it
It's like a
somak.
flavored beer almost.
Oh my
My
gosh! And this was just
goodness.
regular soju with the new flavored stuff. Oh, it's to die for. Yeah,
Wow.
my Korean students would be able to do all these tricks and do like whirlwinds in the bottles before they pour it. I was like, how do you do
Yeah.
that? Like, especially the boys, they're like, we have a lot of time on our hands when they're doing their service,
Okay.
which I think that's another great thing about learning language and teaching
Mm.
is how much I've learned about other cultures without ever having to leave my country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's true. That's what I love about Montreal. Toronto must be the same too. It's so multicultural. You have you have so many different cultures and languages and people groups at your fingertips when you're in bigger cities like this. I think it's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. It can be hectic and crazy, but also just very beautiful at the same time.
no, you're completely right, and thinking about when I was teaching at like it was probably the largest international school that was downtown Toronto, and it was a
Mm.
college, and I did like the business culture program. So the students would come in and take my program before they would go and do their placement with like Price Water Cooper or Ernest and Young. Like they would go and do their like a small internship.
Okay. Are those two are they financial companies?
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not
they're
okay.
referred to like the big four of like there's Ernest and Young, Price Water Cooper. Now I'm
Okay.
embarrassing myself. What are the other two? Um, Deloitte and
Oh, I've heard of Deloitte. Okay.
oh, there's another one. Anyways, the third guy, whoever it is, if anybody's watching, I'm so sorry.
Put it in the comments below. Let us know
Yeah,
what the fourth one is.
places and they would be sent there to get a certain level of English. And if they didn't get that level, then their trip wasn't paid for and they didn't get the promotion. So they were very motivated to score well
Okay.
on the exams. But I would get each month new students, and it was like a mini UN. I'd have students from, Saudi Arabia. I had some students that were coming from Quebec that were learning
Okay.
English. I didn't get too many because
Okay.
it's so close to destination, but most of them are international students. But, you know, Germany, Sweden, Switzerland.
I love that.
Yeah, and every month, different set of students would come and I would see. And so over
Wow.
10 years working there, I met a lot of people. But um, one of the questions, I'll just answer it
Yeah.
because this is a segue in. But one of my greatest experiences with a client or a student in this case is that I had a client come in when they were maybe 17 years old and they came to my class.
Hmm.
And then a year later, they came and took another one of my advanced classes. Their English was like at a level where they were preparing to now go to university. And
Okay.
so I was doing the prep class for that. And we had become friends over time. And he helped me with some of the social events that I'd done in the time that he was there. And we just, became friends. And fast forward, I guess it's been 15 years now, maybe not 10 years.
Okay.
And this individual has finished school. They've graduated, went back a couple times, and are now working and teaching at the University of Toronto. And I think, wow, like
Wow.
that's kind of the story about like, especially for like somebody coming here and they were in a program. Like in
Wow.
a program, they went from doing that to being, in many ways, my equal or if
Wow. Yeah. Your level of language to
oh yeah,
become a professor at a university. My goodness. Has
yeah,
to be
yeah.
high.
it's all about exposure, right? The
Yeah.
whole idea of whatever the level of language you surround yourself with, or the
Mm.
people, you want to be with people who are a little bit more advanced than you. But
Yeah.
the
You
sky's
want to challenge yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it might be more difficult, but I liken learning language to that of going to the gym, right?
Mm.
Like if you stay in your comfort zone, you'll maintain absolutely. But if you really want to improve a little bit more, you've got to go a little bit more out of your comfort zone. The whole
Mm.
idea of no pain, no gain. I mean, the
Yeah.
brain is muscle. And so, yeah. But also when it comes to just, a lot of our clients, maybe I shouldn't speak for you, but a lot of the clients I see are there to maintain. Their
Mm.
English is superior. In many ways, it's much better in mine. They have much better vocabulary. They just need to work it out. They just
Yeah.
need to speak
Or
with somebody.
get that, build their confidence in order to be able to find those words and use the words that they have like in their toolbox, right? To be able to find them and be confident enough to use them in conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple clients that keep the hours, and when they're about to do a big presentation or do something, we'll meet an hour before. And it's like the warm up before you do the big workout. Like a lot
Okay.
of the Olympic athletes have coaches and trainers, and I really feel like for us at this level, people they know what they want.
Yeah.
They sometimes need just the extra incentive or
Right.
something there to remind them.
Right. I mean, there's a reason why at Verbatim we call the teachers coaches, right? Because we're there to help people train, help give them the tools that they need to put in the work themselves and develop the
Yeah,
skills themselves, right? And we're there to support them as they go through that. Yeah.
yeah, and it is very individualized, but the caliber of individuals that you're dealing with as a coach versus a teacher, right?
Mm.
When I was teaching, I would have students, and the students maybe didn't want to be there. Maybe their parents wanted them there. Maybe they had to be there for other reasons. But
Right.
with the coaching, people show up, and it's as I said, like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like you don't get the membership unless you're really, really ready to put in the time.
Mm. Yeah.
And but
Well,
I love it. I mean, for
I
you,
love it
you get to
too.
talk to people and have interesting conversations and learn
Yeah.
about different things. And I learn more about the English language every time I'm doing a
Mhm.
grammar point talking because we forget that I don't know about you, but I learned grammar later in life. Like it
Mm.
wasn't really a focus even in English when we were learning about all the different language and explanations and tenses was something that kind of came after.
Yeah, after the fact. Yeah. It's true. It's true. I always like to say that even as a coach, I'm learning in my courses, whether it's about English or whether it's about some other topic that I'm not familiar with. Like I learn about construction from some clients and the new EV cars that are being created and insurance, how insurance is calculated, how the Quebec government works because I'm an American, right? So I learn all of these things with my clients, and I think that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's fascinating, and you're talking with individuals in their who are really in their own right some of the best minds and successful business people, at least in the case that I'm talking. But you're right. You could be on a call with somebody who's a lawyer and you're talking about legal things, and then flip over and I have clients that are jewelry designers, and we're
Yeah.
talking about how to answer questions on the red carpet.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, I know it's really cool. And
So
it
fun.
changes. Yeah, because you work with people, and it kind of, as I said, some people I'll work with during their downtime, so I'll see them for a month, a year, and then they kind of go away. It's like some of my clients are like that. They just
Mm.
see them once a year in September. But other people, it's been I don't know 4 years that I've been meeting them. What's your
Yeah.
longest standing client that you've had, whether it be
Um,
at Native or anywhere?
well, I started working for Verbatim 3.5 years ago, and so about 3.5 years is when I started my first client. But yeah.
And it's kind of weird calling them clients at this point. Like a lot, I would say, I think everybody that I've met in the last 2 years, I would talk with outside of like would be friends with or have conversations because they're just lovely individuals, and it's just you form a connection because you are like you know it's confidential, so you get to talk to somebody about anything. So it's not just English learning or learning about business or whatever it is, or if you're just learning for travel or your own purposes, but it's also kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
Right? You can talk about your job, you can talk about anything, and the great thing is that you're learning English.
Yeah, you're developing those skills no matter what you're doing. It's true.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. It was so great talking with you, Sean. I'm very happy you could join us on the podcast. Listeners, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I look forward to having you next time as a guest, Sean.
Yeah, anytime. It was so lovely to chat with you, and I can't wait to see the next episode. And best of luck with everything. This is was really a great experience. So thank you very much, Erin.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on this conversation and on our bonus coach interview series. Huge thanks again to Sean and all our amazing coaches for joining me and Sarah for these bonus episodes. And thank you all for listening. I hope you've enjoyed getting to know our English coaches just a bit better and hearing more of their stories. We'll be back this fall with season 2, bringing you more interviews, more stories, and more listening practice to help you grow in your English journey. In the meantime, if you're looking for personalized coaching or small group sessions, check out everything we offer at verbatum.ca. The full link is in the description below. So take care and see you in season 2.